I kind of wanted to talk to you about what's been going on in my life, as I'm sure friends who care about me are concerned. Um, it's really kind of you, first, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being so sweet and so kind and sending me messages. And everybody's been so lovely. It's really nice. It's nice to be part of such a great community of caring people. And I'm very, very appreciative. So I want to say thank you. Anyway, as most of you know, that on Sunday I lost my beautiful 17-year-old Ragdoll. Um, she had had a 3-year battle with chronic kidney disease. Last month I took her in after she woke up from a nap. She was sitting next to me on the couch, and she woke up and one of her back legs buckled under her, and it was really, really scary. But within 10 minutes she was able to kind of shake it out, and she seemed fine. But I took her to the veterinarian. The veterinarian did her blood work and everything else. Told me then that her kidney disease was progressing, but it wasn't horrible. And as far as the leg thing, she said that it was arthritis, and she put her on arthritis medication. Several years ago, Shree, a vet who I really didn't even know was a first time I had ever even seen this person, who said that Shree had a heart murmur. And later I had her regular vet listen, and she listened to it with a special stethoscope and said that it's undetected. No, she did not hear her heart murmur. So that was a long time ago. But maybe a year ago, her regular vet said, she does have a heart murmur. It's not horrible, but she does have one. But last month she did listen for it, and she said, I don't hear it at all. So it's certainly not bad. So anyway, at that point, she told me that I needed to up the fluids. I had been giving her fluids once a week, and she said I needed to do it every other day. So we started doing that. And Shree never loved it at all. And it was hard. It was hard for me because she didn't like it. But I gave her treats, and she seemed to be okay with it, and we did it. We got it done, and I was giving her Azadol also, which is highly recommended. I changed her diet. I tried. I really did a lot of research and a lot of reading, and I thought that I was doing the right thing. I was giving her salmon. I was giving her trout. I was giving her beef, chicken with the skins to keep her weight up, and she actually did gain weight. So anyway, she woke up on Sunday morning with what was called saddle thrombosis. And what it is when the heart throws a blood clot, and the blood clot literally gets stuck in the spinal column and paralyzes the cat from the rear legs. And so Shree was literally paralyzed. And it was really, really scary for her. She kept crying and screaming, and I thought it was arthritis. I kept thinking, well, maybe because it happened before, she could just shake it out. So I took her off of my bed, and I put her in the bathroom on the harder floor, and I kept encouraging her to shake it out, Shree, shake it out, it's okay. And she was so frustrated and so upset. And I would pick her up, I put her on my lap, and I tried to massage the legs, thinking that I could get them back to working order, and nothing. So called the veterinarian, and that was a pain too, because of COVID, couldn't get an appointment with my regular vet at all. And this is obviously serious. And my vet doesn't normally do that. She's the type who will, give you an appointment or try to squeeze you in. No. So I called another vet who I had gone to one time before and got an appointment. So we went there, and she was really, really good. She's really thorough. I think I might even keep going to her, actually. But she listened to Shree's heart. She said that there is a heart murmur, and by now it's grade 4, which is not good. She listened to all of Shree's points, I guess her trigger points. She did her blood pressure. She looked at the paw pads and she said that the blood is not getting to the back because of the clot. And she said, that you've got to make a hard decision because you could take her to a cardiologist and there's no guarantees. And she said, I've had one client do that, and with that one client, the cat got better for a little bit and then eventually got really, really sick and was in horrible pain and died. So it only helped for a little bit anyway. She said that she thought the most humane thing to do was euthanasia, and I started crying. I thought I was bringing my cat in there for arthritis, that she'd give her a shot of cortisone or something and everything would be fine. I was wrong. So, I don't know. I mean, it's hard. It's so painful. Anyway, what I really want to talk to you too about was death. I don't feel like it's the end. I keep seeing Shree at the corner of my eye, and I don't think it's my imagination. I don't believe that. Um, it's like years ago when my dad died, I prayed because my dad was Catholic and he believed that we should pray for the soul to go into heaven. Not that I necessarily believe that, but I did. And that night I woke up. I was not asleep. I was totally awake. And I'm not a crazy person, really. I saw angels, and they were as big as I am. And they were flying throughout my room, going around and around and around. And I could hear this noise, like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And as they went around, they bopped me on the head with their wings. And I went back to sleep somehow. I don't know how after that experience, but I did. And the next morning, I woke up with this incredible headache because I got bopped so much. But I really did feel like it was an answer to my prayer about my dad and that they were telling me that he would be okay. So, and there's another experience I had in meditation one time where literally I heard this noise go pop. And I saw this little baby angel like a cherub, and it stared at me big eyed, like, who are you or what are you? And it was just as surprised to see me as I was to see it. But what I got from all of this is that there are other realms. Death is not it. This is not it. This plane that we're in right now, this isn't it. There are other realms. I don't know how many, I don't know what all, but I know that there are other realms. You can call, heaven, a journey, the other side, the veil, whatever you want to call it. All I know is that there are other realms. The night before, it wasn't the night before that Shree passed on or woke up with a saddle thrombosis, but the night before that, she woke me up meowing really loudly, which she sometimes did anyway. And she wanted to be petted, and I was petting her, and I talked to her. And as I did this, I saw these white lights on her, and they were twinkling, beautiful white lights, and they just like all over her. And it was like her body was like this sparkling white, glistening light. And I realized she's a body of light. Isn't that weird? It's like, this is right before her passing. It's weird. It's like we take these signs, these metaphysical signs that we're all given, and sometimes we just pass it off with a grain of salt. It's like it doesn't mean anything, but it means the world. It's really everything, and we really need to pay attention. And I feel like we need to pay attention to our animals too. It's like with every animal that I've ever had, I feel like I've learned something. I learned with my Bianca, who passed on at 18, with hyperthyroidism, perseverance. She was a former feral, and I learned how to trust, how to give unconditional love. And I saw it with her and how she built her own trust. And then with Shree, she was almost 17, again, almost 2 decades. What did I learn in the end? I kind of kick myself a little bit because I kind of feel like the fluid thing, I don't know if it was the right thing to do. The vet said it was. Did it hurt her heart? I don't know. I've been doing some more reading, and it's very common for cats with kidney disease to eventually get heart disease too. So I don't know. But I feel like I need to listen more than I do to my animals, to my cats, be more intuitive. I am an intuitive person, to really tune in though to them, and that will help me to know what is the right thing for them. And I think that's true for all of us. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say to you, and I just wanted to tell you where I'm at. And I wanted to say thank you. You guys are so amazing. You guys have been so sweet, so kind, especially Rhonda. You probably can't even hear me, and I'm sorry about that. It's hard right now to do a heart to heart, to really write something because I start crying. So, anyway, I do want to thank you all. I love you all. You guys are so wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye.